Hello, welcome to episode 4 of the Blame Game podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Richard. I need to figure out a nickname for him. I don't want to say the jackass, but we'll figure out something for Dallas. But our other co-host, Dallas, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I thought for a minute until right now. No, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Excited for today's
Was
show.
that coming out too much like fire? Like, was that too aggressive?
Yes.
Oh well. If you listen to episode 3, you probably know why. But today we have a very, very special guest. Not just one guest. We have 2 guests. We're moving on up in the world. They're usually linked together, so I don't know if it's like 1.5. But it's 2 of our favorite people. I don't know about you, but 2 of my favorite people. Sam and Dan. Sam and Dan's Couch over on Twitch as well. We'll plug a little bit later. But how are you guys doing?
Hi, we're good.
Yes.
I want to say I love them more than you. They're my adopted parents, for goodness sakes.
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
And we would never call you a jackass son.
No.
See there? Thank you. Thank you. So now we're off on the right foot. I feel
So
better
the
already.
question, since he brought that up, my only question is: does the adoption agency have a return policy?
They've definitely asked that question themselves a few times, I'm sure.
We've tried to return some of the others, but they wouldn't accept them.
I would have
Why
right away.
bother?
I don't even know why you picked. So thank you guys for coming on. What we'll do is I'll do a little refresher just in case this is your first episode of the Blame Game podcast. It is a roundtable discussion among friends on various topics. Each person will bring a topic or question to the table for us to talk about. This can vary from video games, pop culture, movies, TV shows, what ifs, really anything that comes to mind. In this episode, we will have 4 topics. So, like we've done the last 2 episodes, the full podcast goes out every Wednesday, followed up starting on Thursday. Each topic will be broken down on YouTube. So, if you, the link to that YouTube page will be in the description. So, please come check us out, sub to it. And if you want to jump from topic to topic and just see what you like, that is the place to check it out. So, with that being said, I think we're going to start with me this week, right?
I think.
I mean, I've
that
never
was
gone
agreed
first.
upon.
I mean, I'm
You
always the
haven't,
last and forgotten one.
It is
So
only fair.
I was thinking about it because there's always rumors of another trilogy, and it's one of the most iconic ones, anyways. So and it varies per person, and I think it gets a little bit of hot topic depending on which movie you really like. But I want to talk about Star Wars. One, if you guys like Star Wars, I'm assuming Daniel does. From when we first met Daniel, his name was Baby Yoda in Among
Yes,
Us.
Baby Yoda. That's right. Yes.
So I'm
Well,
assuming.
Definitely. I think we like the most the Mandalorian, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh,
grew up with the original trilogy, and then, I kind of like fell off of it after the whole prequels, which were so. But
Everybody hated the
Sam was
prequels.
never really into it that much. But when we got Disney Plus and we watched The Mandalorian, all of a sudden we were like, "Oh my god, this is really good!" And the
Who doesn't
universe itself is like so fascinating.
I
Who
know.
doesn't love a little baby Yoda? I mean,
So
you can't not fall in love with a little baby Yoda.
I have a little bit. I have a little bit of confession. I've never seen The Mandalorian.
No
Shame on
way!
you.
I am really
Why?
excited about
This
Obi-Wan.
is your topic.
Well, no, I said ranked Star Wars movies.
True, but
We're not
still,
talking about going on the little baby screen,
Star
the
Wars.
iPad screen. I'm talking about the
All-
big
all-
screen.
It all matters.
So, does anybody want to go ahead and talk about like their favorite Star Wars movie?
Well,
Or-
for me, it was the original trilogy. I preferred the first original 3 movies. I personally grew up a Trekkie, so I hated Star Wars.
Ooh.
I knew this too before when you brought this topic up. I was waiting for this
Oh.
reaction.
Yes, in our,
You married
in our
Barry.
house-
You married Baby Yoda.
Yeah, well, in our house, we lived long and prospered, okay? And when I met him, there was no Fakakta Baby Yoda. Okay?
Fair
Which
point,
one? Which
Sam,
one of
fair
the original trilogy did you like the most?
Like the most. Yeah, good question.
Everyone is Empire. I think that's kind of.
I think, I think me too. And it was just I found those movies to have a little more soul. in general, especially that Empire. And it was just, I like the acting better as well. But, who doesn't like Harrison Ford? So, but, and I honestly, after that, you could just burn the rest of them. I could care less.
So my favorite Star Wars movie is not in the original trilogy, even though I do love the original trilogy. My favorite Star Wars movie is not even an episode. Rogue One, I think, is the best Star Wars movie.
It's a
Personally,
great movie.
it is amazing.
Have you even seen Rogue One, Sam and Dan?
Did we?
Did we?
That's the one that leads up to the Death Star. Getting,
Yeah,
the
there's
plans
certain-
get stolen.
Basically, it's all about the plans, of
Plans.
the Death Star and
Yeah,
how
but
they
it's
end.
still
It links them
plan.
together.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I
Wouldn't
love
say
that
it's our
one.
most favorite one, but it was okay.
It left such an impression on me. I don't remember it.
It was, it was the best one. I love Rogue One. I love the one scene at the very end. I could watch it when it came out. I think I watched the end scene of it, just the end scene, probably about 50 times. The
That's
one with
because it
Darth-
connects you directly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no,
It's your
Darth
first
Vader.
moment to see Darth Vader.
What?
That
my issue with the original ones, it's a very nitpick, but my only issue with the original trilogy is Darth Vader does nothing. He's like the worst villain.
what are you?
I want to see him rip
about?
someone's head off. I want him to.
He chokes
I
a
want-
dude with
Yeah,
his
he
like
chokes
agent
him.
chokes a dude
With
to
the
death
Force.
with his.
Oh,
with the
he
Force.
chokes a
That's a
dude.
girl.
He chokes
And-
one guy, and he doesn't even kill him. He's like,
All right, I'm
"You
done
will
with this.
respect me."
Someone who hasn't even seen Mandalorian, I'm just gonna let that slide. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you the best movie is. You mentioned it. Most everybody goes to it. I agree. Original trilogy is my favorite. I did a list here. I'm gonna give you my 9. I didn't include Solo or Rogue One.
What?
My
Those
very-
are Star Wars movies.
Yeah, but I did the 9, and then
Okay, we
I'll-
can do the 9.
So I did the 9, and in this order. Personally, number 1, Empire. It's got everything. I'm your father. That whole moment. Luke loses his hand. You got Jabba, the bounty hunters. Jabba was more actually Return of the Jedi. But you have Boba Fett, IG-88, Bosk, all these bounty hunters. Just the world opened up in Empire compared to the original Star Wars, just so much. And it just kind of, as a young, it just blew your mind as a kid. So I'll always say
Dallas
that's
was
my
actually
favorite, for
40
sure.
when it came out.
That's almost true. But then I go, and okay, so after that, Revenge of the Sith is my next favorite one. And that's 3, part of the prequel. I
Ooh,
love the
prequel.
prequel. People hate on the prequel. I freaking love the prequel. Revenge of the Sith was the last of the 3. And that's when Anakin becomes Darth Vader. It's really dark. It's just got... That's why I love it. It's horrible to say that, but I love it because it's so dark. But it's true. To see him become the evil... I mean, I got goosebumps thinking about it. He becomes just pure evil. And Christian Haydenson, or whatever, Hayden Christensen, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
does a great job. And he's reprising his role, if you haven't heard, in the upcoming Ben Kenobi as Darth Vader. So, which I'm super excited about that show coming up. So anyway, I digress.
I am excited
So,
about the show. That'll be the first Star Wars show that I'll watch.
It looks really, really good.
It does look
Ewan McGregor is also phenomenal. Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, number 4. Phantom Menace, which everybody hates Jar Jar Binks. I love.
So you don't have any of the new ones, the newer trilogy.
Wait for it. The Phantom Menace, number 1. Attack of the Clones.
So we're on number 5 now.
And then I go, that's number 5. And then 6, 7, or 8 are the 3 new ones in order, 7, 8, 9. Because they're okay. I don't hate them, but they're not even compared to the first.
Where's your
6
Return of the Jedi then?
Effing last. I can't stand that GD movie. I mean,
Wow.
I love all Star Wars movies, but that one, and Teresa, our friend Ice Cold Penguin. Sorry, Teresa, I know it's your favorite. Those damn Ewoks ruined that movie for me. This is a space movie with... And you're going to tell me these little teddy bears with rocks and sticks are going to overthrow... It's just... I can't
but
stand
the
it.
Ewoks- But the Ewoks eat people.
They
There's
do
a
eat.
dark side
You
to
know,
them.
I don't
They
know.
eat them.
Dallas doesn't like other foreign planets. They can't all be the same. You're gonna have different creatures.
I think part of that is going back to being a kid when these movies came out. Empire blew my mind. It was and Return of the Jedi was. I guess the expectations were so high, and I couldn't stand seeing those teddy bears on the screen. I couldn't stand it.
Yep,
I
yep.
was so upset.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
So your list,
Uh,
you had me at 1 and 2, because your 1 and 2 is my same. The
Revenge of the Sith is so good. It's just
yeah,
it's so good.
Empire for me. If I'm going to only do the non-movies, it would be Empire, then Revenge of the Sith, then God, what's the Force Awakens? Is 3 for me, which is episode 7. And then
Yes, 7.
then you would go back to New Hope, and
You're
then
leaving the prequel out mostly, except for 3.
yes, the worst one, the worst Star Wars movie to me is Attack of the Clones.
Mm.
Well,
So I don't like Attack of the Clones, and number 8 would be Phantom Menace, and they're like miles from the rest of the movies. Like I hate the thing I can't stand about Phantom Menace is the pod racing scene. I can't like it drives me
I
nuts.
don't hate it. Anakin, he is kind of annoying. Young Anakin is a little bit annoying. Let's be honest. That kid's just a little annoying.
It's very annoying.
Breaking off from the movies and going back to TV shows real quick before we change it up. You guys love Mandalorian, right? Are you watching Boba Fett too, or did you watch Boba
Yes.
Fett?
We did
And
watch Boba Fett.
Oh yes.
your opinion on Boba Fett?
Okay, we both really liked the show, right?
Yes.
It was a good show, but first of all, two things about Boba Fett. One, Boba Fett never made any sense to me. He was literally in the movies for 10 minutes. He got eaten by a monster and died, and that was the end of him. He never even barely had a line. It was like, yes, sir. And then he was dead. So I never understood that.
But they made a very nice backstory for him.
Yes,
Yes!
they gave him a long backstory.
So
Yes,
is Boba
they
Fett the TV?
explained how he got out of that thing and everything.
Right.
So is the
Yeah,
Boba Fett the
yeah.
TV show before Attack of the Attack of the Clones? Before he starts cloning?
No.
No, because Boba Fett is
After.
technically a clone.
Yeah.
So his
No. Oh yes. Correct.
Boba
I'm sorry.
Fett
I
is technically
apologize.
a clone.
He's the son of Jango. Jango
Yes.
Fett is the.
Is the
Let's
original.
listen to this. The Trekkie here dropping knowledge. On us.
Yes. So, but the thing is that if you watch the Boba Fett show, which was good, it wasn't a Boba Fett show. It was the Mandalorian.
Yes.
It was they basically eventually just bring in the Mandalorian into the
haven't
Boba Fett show.
I haven't finished it, so it's fine. We're spoilers.
I-
But
Yeah.
I basically know that's what happens.
Yeah.
And it becomes what you need to know for the Mandalorian.
I
feel-
to
Yeah.
move
Exactly.
I feel like
So,
that's what they're
I'm
going to do
gonna
with
watch
Obi-Wan
it.
too. There's
And
no
link
there,
it to the-
Probably, yeah.
there's no way Obi-Wan is going to be more than one
They
season.
can't be because of well, they can't link it with Mandalorian because timeline. Because
Not true.
literally, it's his time watching Luke grow up and
Mhm.
protecting. I got goosebumps just talking about that. I'm so excited. But anyway, it's the times.
Well, I mean, what I'm okay. Well, I think it's only gonna. It can't be. I don't know how they're gonna do more than one season. So I'm assuming it's only gonna be one season.
There's a lot of shows like that right now.
So to put a button and wrap up this, I just have. It's almost a 2-part question, and we can just go around and answer it. Who is your out of all the characters in all of the Star Wars movies? If we can stick to that, who is your favorite character, and who would be your least favorite character? I think we're gonna have the least favorite character. I mean, it might be a few. It might be the same name, but if you had to pick one character, it could be good or bad. Just which one do you like and dislike the most? We start with Dallas.
Good question.
Want to start with me?
Sure.
I'll quickly tell you, Darth Maul is my favorite. Just he's nothing better than Darth Maul. He's just awesome, even though he's a bad guy. And my least favorite, I don't have a least favorite. I'm that guy.
He just complained for 15 minutes about Ewoks, and he can't even think of one.
Oh, thank you. But I don't even count those idiots. That's why. Okay, so I'll say, there you go, Wicked or whatever his name was. Any of the Ewoks is my worst character. There you go. Thank you.
It's just
I don't even consider them a character. So there you go.
there would be. Do you guys have a favorite or a least favorite?
I would say maybe Han Solo, because he's like pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, did you see yourself more as a Han Solo or a Luke?
Well, what always bothered me about Luke was he was always ugly. I'm sorry, even young.
Damn, Mark Hamill just trash.
Out. Wow.
And it went there.
Well, it didn't get better.
Daniel, you need to be on our Man Crush episode later. We'll talk more about that later.
That episode was it will be the longest episode ever. Apparently, Dallas, Sam. I don't know if you know this about Dallas, but he likes his men very particular. It's down to a lot of detail.
Is there anything wrong with being particular about what you like? No.
I just had to stare at him because I was like, "What are you talking about?"
And I just,
Wow.
soaked it up.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Sam, what about you? Do you have a favorite or someone that you did not like in any of the Star Wars?
My favorite is BB-8.
Oh yeah.
And mainly because I love the scene where he rolls up and he gives them the finger with the flame.
Yes.
That for me was like sold me.
Yes.
That was it. I
In a
fell
Disney
in love.
movie.
Yes, in a Disney movie. I could not. I love that. And I'm gonna say it, and I hope Son doesn't disown me, but I freaking hate Hayden Christensen.
Oh.
I thought he was so horrible.
Yep.
And so annoying when he was trying when he became Darth Vader.
Yes.
He looked constipated every movie he was in. And it was like, "Oh, big surprise, you're Darth Vader. Look at your face."
That is why Attack of the Clones is the worst for me, because the acting is so bad. You know, when he's all like trying to cry, he's like he's like he looks like he's 12 and he's trying to, like, I don't know what it is. Like it was so bad. He's like he's acting like he wants to cry, but then he doesn't know, like Hayden Christensen doesn't know how to cry. So it's like it's someone acting cry.
Defend really quick before this is over, to defend Hayden Christensen, and I'll never disown you. Argo, you're 100. This isn't one of those moments of me proving you right, but I will say
Every
you're 100%
podcast.
right. In Attack of the Clones, he's horrible. He's still a kid. Okay, he's still a kid in that movie, and his acting skills are lacking. He's not so much better in the next one, but to me, what gets me is especially the last scene when he's fighting Obi-Wan, and he's just the anger. I didn't look at his constipation. Obi-Wan was, I had the higher ground. You see how angry Anakin was? I got goosebumps again thinking about it. He's so mad. The fury is real, and that's what makes you dark, that anger. And I thought he displayed it really well.
I think I know his motivation. I think right before that scene, they were reading all the critic reviews of his performance, and that's what made him angry. And then he was like,
maybe it was, but that
I'm mad.
And like when he went to kill kids, he just had to become just angry.
You know something about killing kids? I don't know.
Much better.
That's
a Stranger Things reference, not my fault.
For me, my answer my favorite was going to be BB-8 too. But since Sam's took it, I will go to my second favorite, which is Qui-Gon. Which is I know it's I hate Phantom Menace. He's the only light of that movie, and the one.
Why?
Because I just like him. That was Liam Neeson before Taken.
He doesn't do much.
Like, unfortunately, Liam Neeson now he does the same character in every movie. But I love him in Phantom Menace as a character, as the mentor. And then my least favorite, and I can't believe no one has said this because he is a abomination, is Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah,
he just needs to go. He needs to go.
I think Jar Jar
No.
was the only
No.
redeeming factor of those movies.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I didn't
Yeah,
Okay,
judge
okay.
it at all,
Whoa,
Sam. I'm
whoa,
with
whoa,
you.
whoa, 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 whoa!
I
Hey, hey!
thought
I did not interrupt you guys. Do not interrupt my hatred for Jar Jar.
Yeah, but you're giving, like you said, the
Nope.
answer everybody expects to hear.
Nope.
Everybody hates Jar Jar.
Everyone-
We're trying to
they're
throw him a
right.
little love that he deserves.
Dallas, sometimes when the majority of people vote away doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah, okay.
He's terrible. God, it's maybe
Poor
because I've
Jar
seen.
Jar.
Yeah, we need to end it here because I might just. Oh God, I can't even talk now because Jar Jar just. Ooh, he irks me. I'm actually angry now.
Remember when he gets his lips numbed? You know.
Yes.
We
Jar
don't
Jar's
want
so
to.
awesome.
No,
I'm trying to give you
No.
visuals, Richard.
it's over. Star Wars. We're gonna wrap it up, and it's over.